Hi everyone, this is Jairus. Well, the 600i Q&A page just came out, and I've had some requests for people wanting me to give my thoughts on the 600i, and after looking at this, there's some points I wanted to go over. Now, let's first compare the luxury version, say, versus the Phoenix. Well, I'm kind of glad that the 600i came out because I was never able to snag a Phoenix LTI, and it's been kind of an itch I wanted to scratch, having some sort of luxury ship. Now, I did actually pick up the Explorer variant under the understanding that it was a modular ship that I could just eventually get the quote-unquote BUK to go back down. So I'm very happy with it. I think if you're looking for a good LTI luxury ship right now that's not maybe something as big or as expensive as the 890 Jump, this is a great ship for you. Now, some people have brought up the fact that the Phoenix does actually come with a snub fighter and the anti-missile system, which in some ways people view as making it superior. But on the other end of it, you got to look at the fact that the 600i has the 2 shield generators and has automated turrets, making it somewhat more soloable, not only in the luxury department, but also the exploration department than its counterparts. Now, if you add in AI to control stations, the ship can become extremely soloable, making it kind of a very good option for those who may not have a lot of friends to do deep space exploring. Now, of course, when you're looking at the exploration variant of this, some people want to compare it to maybe also the Aquila and also the Karak. Now, I do own a Karak as well, and one of the things I like about that ship is the modular nature, and the modular nature also holds true on the 600i. Now, right now there are no BUKs, so to speak, that are going to allow you to switch out the core functionality, but down the road they are going to actually do that. It's the core of the ship itself that will have future variations that come out. So you might see all sorts of weird things come out. You might see medical variants, you might see pure cargo variants. We don't know, but because of the nature of the ship, one of the things I like when it comes to a ship selection is the ability for it to have future roles and be able to do things that may not be available right away. So for that alone, that kind of flexibility, the ship also, I feel, increases in its actual value. Okay, so basically it looks like the clarification on the missiles is that it has 4 missile racks that hold 4 size 3 missiles each, so a total of 16 size 3 missiles, not the 64 like it kind of originally looked. So that makes more sense. I think it comes down to the fact that they need to come up with a much clearer way of defining exactly what the sizes and amounts are on their stat sheets for these ships, because a lot of times it's really vague, or it's just written very oddly, and it's something they need to just nail down. It's like, here's all the parts and here's the total. That would be nice, because sometimes it does get confusing. It's confusing for a lot of people, including myself. Now, the 600i is stated to be a faster ship than most in its class, even though it says it sports 4 TR2 engines, where it's something like the Constellation sports TR5s. They said this disconnect has a lot to do with the way the old system of stats versus the new system of stats is blended together. Basically, once all that gets hammered out, this ship will be very fast. It doesn't compare well with their systems, not currently. The 32 storage is if you do not have a rover actually in the ship. So, but you can still carry some cargo if there is a rover in the ship. Just be aware that of your limitations on that. The Aquila's got basically the same situation though. If you put a rover in that, you're kind of eating up your storage as well. So there's really no difference there if you're comparing apples to apples. As far as exploration goes, if you're looking for something that's going to be maybe a little bit more robust than the Freelancer Dur, but also, once again, a little bit more soloable than the Karak, this also falls into a very sweet spot. Owning a Karak, I was debating if I'm going to be basically cross-chassing over to a Banu Merchantman on that. But looking at the modular nature of the Carrack as well, and also the fact that the Carrack can even go deeper into space, I might still actually hold on to it, because you can also swap out those modules on the Carrack to all sorts of different things, medical, cargo, and whatnot. So for a massively long-term deep space run, the Carrack is still king. Now, I used to own a Freelancer Dur, and I melted it down for, well, used it as a cross chassis to LTI to another ship. I also have a Terrapin, and I kind of felt that I was missing this mid-range exploration. So getting this ship and having the future modular capabilities to me seems like a real win. So in my personal opinion, is the ship worth it? Yeah, it's a good ship, and if you have the money to spend, or if you have a discount or something, great. I do feel it is a little expensive, but if you like modular ships, if you like the potential of having different types of gameplay through the same ship, then the 600i is going to be one of those ships that's going to be well worth your time and effort, and can really be, honestly, maybe your main ship, the one that you do for all your daily, whatever across the verse. Remember, when it comes to cargo, sometimes it's not how much cargo, it's what kind of cargo. So a space of 32 carrying diamonds, so to speak, is worth more than 1,000 carrying feathers. So just bear that in mind as you're moving along. And having advanced sensors can actually make it so that you can see the enemy or potential threats before they see you. So the 600i does present some very interesting choices and some very good flexibility for those of you looking for that kind of thing. All right, guys, just wanted to give you my thoughts on it real quick. But I like the 600i. I think it's a great ship. I think it's got great potential. And with the modularity, it's got more potential in the future. Catch you next time.